Hi everybody, this is Theoral. Uh, you can find me on the Discord, chatting about rules or doing the Card Text podcast with Bob and Scott, where we talk about various rules conundrums. Or here, doing my Marvel Champions playthrough on YouTube. This is game number 12 of my Marvel Champions playthrough, where I am playing Captain America versus the Red Skull. So the Red Skull is the final scenario of the Rise of Red Skull expansion box, and fighting against him, we will have Captain America running a Justice deck. Red Skull has a lot of side schemes, so Justice is a nice encounter for that, or nice aspect for that. So we're going to go ahead and run that one so that we can actually win this. Helping out with Red Skull, we have the last two modular sets that we haven't used that had been released up to this point, which is Modoc and Electro, Power Drain, and what is it? The Doomsday Chair, right? Doomsday Chair. So those are shuffled in here with their side schemes pulled over in the side scheme deck. All right. So this Captain America deck, we've got our usual resources, which I did not sort these cards the way I usually do. Don't know why I didn't, but hey, things happen. All right, we have our resources. We have some allies over here. We've got Nick Fury, Mockingbird, because they're good, and Shield, and Steve Rogers, the Shield. He was director of Shield for a minute, but whatever. He's also got Agent Coulson, so we've just got the whole Shield set helping us out. And then we've got Daredevil and Jessica Jones to give us some street level assistance. We have some copies of First Aid to help us stay healed up a little bit, mostly to heal up our allies, because Daredevil really likes to stay out longer, and Jessica Jones. So there's some good First Aid targets here. Target Acquired, which is a nice cheap preparation for Coulson to grab, and Counterintelligence, which is a more expensive preparation you can grab, and in case I end up playing Target Acquired. Under Surveillance to help with main scheme's threat levels. This is just a nice card for solo play generally. We have a Helicarrier and a Queen Carrier to give us a little bit more resources, although I now wonder if I shouldn't be running an Avengers Mansion here, because one thing that Captain America does is kind of spend cards over resources, so whatever. Heroic Intuition is really great for Captain America. He likes to get up to 3 thwart and then be able to thwart twice on his turn. Skilled Investigator is extremely useful, especially in Red Skull, because he gets a side scheme every turn, which means that's a free card draw every turn. We have 2 copies here of Concussive Blow to let us be able to confuse the villain, because confusing the villain lets us go Alter Ego, and going Alter Ego is good. We have 3 copies For Justice, because it is a great thwarting event, especially when dealing with large numbers, which we will occasionally be dealing with because of Modoc. And as mentioned, Counterintelligence to go with Coulson. I also threw in an Honorary Avenger so that he can toss an Honorary Avenger on one of these allies and give him a little bit more health without being quite as expensive as First Aid. So, anyways, that all brings us to 25 cards. So, we'll see how this goes. We'll give it a shot. Draw our starting hand. So there is no text on there. Oh, here we go. Rise of Red Skull. Red Skull plans to conquer the world with the power of the Reality Stone. He uses his strategic genius to keep you busy while he works towards his goal. Think of the comic. He's still building his Reality Stone machine. That's why you haven't been affected by it, and the rest of the world hasn't been. He's living in the Red House, which is his fortress that he built over the White House as a symbol of Hydra's conquest over America. So, it's not just a New York thing. It's also a Washington, D.C. thing. They're right next to each other in Marvel Comics land. Anyways, let's see what our hand looks like. So we've got a nice Super Soldier Serum, Steve's Apartment, great. Daredevil and Agent 13. We're not going to be able to play all of these. We don't necessarily need to. let's see. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to discard some cards and see if I can get a double resource. So I think we need an Agent 13 for Justice, Daredevil, or Under Surveillance at this stage. We've got 2 great build cards. We're just going to be expecting to build here. Excellent. Fearless Determination. That means we get to have 3 thwart, and that lets us thwart this in a single act. So that's awesome. All right, we're going to spend 1. Oh, nope. We're going to complete our setup. Haha, I remembered. I don't always remember this. It's really annoying when you forget. We get his shield. All right, so that's important. You make sure we have enough resources for that. I think we do. Steve's apartment draws a card, and would heal us for 1, but we don't need to be healed. Okay, so let's see. 2 for this. 1, 2, 3 for a Queen Carrier. 1 for Captain America's shield. Good times. All right. So Captain America, 2/2/2 stat line, will play Fearless Determination, giving us 1 extra thwart for this turn. And it also draws a card. A really great card. We're then going to spend 2 resources on Super Soldier Serum. Super Soldier Serum plus 2 more resources plays a Queen Carrier, and Queen Carrier plays Captain America's shield. And with 3 thwart, we're going to clear this side scheme. Boom. That was a really good first turn. I have good feeling about this. We draw 5 cards. All right. So Red Skull gets 1 threat. Then after resolving step 1 of the villain phase, we reveal the top card of the side scheme deck and put it into play. So here we go. And we get to start out with the Doomsday Chair, which is not ideal. Not at all ideal. Let's see if we can find MODOK. There he is. It's a shame he wasn't our face down card. All right. We're going to have to deal with MODOK. On the plus side, we have a concussive blow. So we can make it so Red Skull doesn't scheme. We also have Mockingbird, so we can make it so he doesn't attack us. All right, let's see. So Red Skull attacks us. Now Red Skull has 1 attack plus 1 for each side scheme in play. So he's 2 attack plus a card. I think we're just going to take this. Honestly, I'm not sure how we're going to deal with that side scheme. We're just in the right spot of trouble. All right. He punches us for 4. And he takes 1 damage because we have Retaliate 1 from our shield. Then MODOK punches us for 2, and he takes 1 Retaliate damage. And we get an encounter card. All right. Advance. Red Skull schemes for 3 plus a boost. 4. Wow. Okay. Remember what I said about this looking like it was going really good? It just doesn't look that way anymore. And we're caught off guard. Oh, goodness. I think I'm going to ditch the Super Soldier Serum, because it's the cheapest card out there that I don't feel like I really need. Steve's apartment is going to be necessary if we're going to be able to heal much. Queen Carrier is more expensive. Shield is super important. So, all right. That was rough. No doubt. No doubt. So what I'm looking at is 1, 2, 3 gets us Mockingbird. And Red Skull is stunned, so he will not attack us. Then 1, 2, 3 gets us a concussive blow, which deals 3 damage, and he is confused. We played for it with the wild resource, which is a fist, and another fist besides. And now I'm just trying to figure out how we are going to handle this. So we're in a right tough spot. We need some big thwarting. And unfortunately, if you were paying attention, we dropped Agent 13, which is a nice 4 threat immediately plus 2 threat later. and 2 copies of For Justice, plus 1 copy of Fearless Determination, all sitting there in our discard pile. So that's rough. We didn't have enough cards to be able to do this all day. Now we could have held Mockingbird, and we could have thwarted for 4 and gone Alter Ego. Actually, just kind of looking at the game state, I think maybe that would be better. Then this would be at 0. Yeah, let's do that instead. You know what? So I'm going to take back that. All right, so 2, 3 played Concussive Blow and confused him. He's not yet stunned. He'll be stunned in a minute. I'm going to thwart the main scheme for 2. Discard a card to stand up. I'm going to thwart this side scheme for 2. It's okay if that's a 2 threat, I think. Then I'm going to go Alter Ego. Now I use my apartment, heal 1, draw a card. It's a shield block. And then, as I'm a living legend, I reduce the cost of the first ally I play each round by 1, so Mockingbird just comes out for 2. And she's going to go ahead and help with that main scheme a little bit. And then I'm just going to ditch this shield block. I don't think it's going to help me a whole lot. Red Skull's stunned after all. And I went Alter Ego. So, there we go. Some thwart. Heroic Intuition, that'll be clutch. I would have really liked to not get all of these cards in the same hand, but maybe we'll be right. Alright. This goes up by 2 because of the Doomsday Chair, and we get Mass Chaos. So for this, we have to discard the top 5 cards of our deck, place 1 threat here for each different type of resource icon. Red Skull creates catastrophes across the country to keep his enemies busy. He is keeping us busy. So we got 1 resource, same resource, second resource, that's 3 cards, 4, 5. We got 3 different resources, so that's a 3 threat side scheme. Alright. Now, Red Skull does not scheme, but MODOK does. And we get a single encounter card, which is Red Skull's right hook. He now has Retaliate 1, which is going to be mostly annoying when we want to concussive blow him. At this point, we're still getting a little bit established. We're not quite where we need to be yet. Alright, heal 1 and stand up. So let's see. Can we play 1, 2, 3, 4. That's alright, that lets us play Nick Fury and draw 3 cards. So now we just got to figure out what we're doing. What are we actually planning on doing? So For Justice is pretty good. Drop 4 threat off of some of these schemes. It is good to get these Doomsday Cheers cleared just because Red Skull gets more powerful with more side schemes. One thing I need to figure out is, am I recovering? That would get me to 10 hit points, so that would be nice to be recovered, especially with MODOK punching us continually. Although it's not such a huge deal at the moment. I mean, I can just block him with Nick Fury because Red Skull's stunned. So probably not recovering. I think not recovering is good. Now, I cannot play all 3 of these cards, right? It's 3 2-cost cards. I just have to pick and choose. I think I would like to get Heroic Intuition out. That'll knock me up to 3 threat. I could thwart this all by myself, or thwart this and get the main scheme down a bit. We can figure that out. I'll have Nick Fury, so that's fine. I get to draw 3 cards from Nick Fury. So that'd be 1, 2, 3, 4. So I can play 2 2-cost cards. So I could either play Coulson and Heroic Intuition, or For Justice and Heroic Intuition. That seems solid. I mean, if I get double resources or other cards that I really need to play, Now my question is, should I keep some differently costed cards in case of that? So for example, I could keep an Honorary Avenger. So let's see, how much thwarting do I have? Assuming I play Heroic Institution. Oh, yeah. It doesn't actually let me do it. Alright, assuming I play Heroic Intuition and thwart twice, that's 6. So if I thwart twice, that means I don't get to play either of those cards. So that gives me 6, 7, 8, 9 threat, which is just thwart, which is just enough to get rid of both of these. This will not advance. It will be at 7, which is a scary place, but I'll have some really good thwarting in the future. So maybe that's fine. On the other hand, I could play instead, well, and I get to play my helmet if that happens, which is nice because then I'm not as susceptible to dying. On the other side, I could play For Justice, right? On the other hand, say if I get a double resource, I could play For Justice, which would let me make a good chunk of progress on that. I could play For Justice instead of thwarting myself. That increases my thwarting to 10. Not a significant difference. I don't think For Justice is worth it in place of readying. So I think this is going to be my play. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 for Fury and draw 3 cards. We did get a double resource. Look at that. So that means we can play that, and we can play that, and we can ready. And that, I think, is stronger than getting the helmet out. So I'm happy with that. So we're going to flip to hero mode. And we are going to play For Justice, which is going to remove 4 threat from here. I should mention that Nick Fury dealing 4 damage to MODOK is often a good play. Currently, he's going to come back when I kill him anyways. And then I'm going to have to deal with this Doomsday Chair. There's another one in the deck. MODOK just does not stay down for long. I need to spend 2 to play Heroic Intuition. Then I can thwart this for 3, which is great. There's no crisis side scheme. I will discard a card. I can do this all day. Thwart 3 from there, and Mockingbird is going to thwart a 4th one. Alright, feeling pretty good. Again, getting back into this. I think we're in a pretty good spot. Oh, nice, we got another Super Soldier Serum to get back out. We can even shield block in case he attacks again. So that means I feel no qualms about sacrificing Nick Fury to the monster that is MODOK. Oh, sorry. This goes up by only 1. I get a side scheme, which is Power Drain, which does nothing until it's defeated. Starts with 2 threat. Red Skull was stunned, so he does not attack. MODOK attacks. I'm going to go ahead and sack Nick Fury to that. He defends for me, because he was going to die anyways. And then I get 1 encounter card. And it's Assault, so the villain attacks me anyways with 2 plus a boost. I'm going to hang on to Mockingbird because I have a shield block, so let's take that. 3 damage. Alright. That seems worth a block. Now, Fearless Determination is actually excess thwarting. It is more thwarting than I need. That said, at the moment, there's not much I can do with this hand. So I'm going to go ahead and discard. Actually, maybe not. You know what I can do with this hand is I can clear that. I mean, I can do that with any hand. Yeah, let's go ahead and play Fearless Determination. Yep, I'm happy with that. I draw my last card. I get an extra encounter card this turn. Skilled Investigator, that's a card I hadn't seen yet. Excellent. I think that was the right choice. So now I go ahead and thwart this for 2. 4 really, but whatever. Draw a card. Ooh, it's my other Super Soldier Serum. Now that, to me, seems more worth it than clearing Red Skull's right hook, because that lets me stand up and thwart that to 0, which is great. So yeah, that's great. I am really well built up here. I feel like I've got a solid play going. I need to get some allies out. It's my main situation right now. Obviously, dealing with MODOK would be nice, but one of these schemes is MODOK again, so that's not a big deal. Get rid of this, beat up Red Skull. I think we're looking pretty good. Time to bring some of these heroic strikes into play. All right, one threat, side scheme. Well, best laid plans. It's the sleeper. Red Skull attacks me. Okay. Now this turn I can't block anything. I'm going to take 5 damage from these two already. I could defend the sleeper so that I don't take 3 damage from him. And I can heroic strike the sleeper, so I think I'm okay. So I think Red Skull, she's going to defend this. Alright. A mighty 2 damage. That was actually the smallest damage I'm taking this turn. Or effectively. Alright. MODOK hits me for 2, takes a damage. I'm going to go ahead and defend this and ping off that tough. I'm getting 2 encounter cards. I mean, if he attacks me, I could die. Let's see what happens. 1 per player cards from the encounter deck. He heals 1 for every boost icon. 1 boost icon. Alright, and he is a master strategist, so that is a scary card, just because he's going to get 2 boosts next turn. He would get more if I didn't kill this guy, but I'm going to kill that guy, so that's not a particular concern. Unfortunately, I don't get to use my Skilled Investigator this turn. It took me a whole time through my deck to get that out there. And then the second turn I have it, I can't use it. So what I'm looking at is I can heroic strike the sleeper, which is my shortest means of dealing with him. So I'm good with that. I could heroic strike Red Skull or concussive blow Red Skull. I could concussive blow Red Skull, take a damage, flip to alter ego, and recover. Well, not recover, but have a turn. It costs me my whole hand to do that. And then I'll draw 1 random card. It's probably not going to be a card I want, but that's okay. I think I'm going to do that. Alright. Heroic strike. 6 damage to the sleeper. The sleeper is defeated. When it's defeated, this leaves the game. Then we're going to go ahead and play this concussive blow with these 3 cards. Sorry about that. Computer glitched out there. 3 damage and a confused status on Red Skull. I take 1 damage. Oh, sorry. Wrong stack. Alright. Then I go alter ego. Heal 1, draw 1. Okay, 4 justice, which really would be useful next turn-ish, but I don't think I don't know. I might hang on to that. It's a pretty good card. Relative. Excellent. I got some cards I really want. Yeah, this is Coulson for 2 and Nick Fury for 4. All good things. All good things. Alright. We got another Doomsday Chair. Doesn't have to bring out MODOK because he's already in play. Okay. Red Skull confused. 2 threat from MODOK. I get an encounter card. It's another tough 5 health minion, because that's what Red Skull does. Alright. Heal 1, draw 1. So my inclination is to go 2 for Coulson. He's going to pull me target acquired, I guess. It's a fist. So that used my Living Legend ability. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's cleared. If I stand up, that's another 3 off the main scheme. Clears that. So I think I can recover. Alright. We're going to go hero mode. We're going to play Nick Fury for 4. So I think drawing 3 cards with him, solid. Okay. For 2, we're going to use 4 Justice. And these 2 guys are going to thwart. That's 8. I now have at least 3 turns before I need to deal with MODOK again if I can kill him. I get to draw a card. Okay. Now, I can't just deal 8 damage to MODOK, is my main problem. He has this biomechanical upgrade, so I could heroic strike him. He'd be stunned. I'd still take 2 damage anyways, because retaliate. I think probably what I want to do is go ahead and clear right hook. So if I clear right hook with those 3 cards, then I can heroic strike him, deal 6 damage, stun him. I still take damage from these 2 guys, but that's fine. So that seems to be the direction I'm going. Clear this. Oh, that's true. I have Fury. Keep stunning him when I have Fury. But that's fine. Move on towards victory. That does mean I don't get to stand up and thwart, though. That's okay. This turn will be much softer. And I have Agent 13. There we go. And Fearless Determination. Look at that. I can thwart so much this turn. It's great. Alright, 1 threat. Side scheme. Yay, it's Hydra Reinforcements. It's so funny to be yay for a side scheme. Alright, well, Hydra lacks in skill to make up for with sheer numbers. Sheer numbers, that means I can just discard this guy? Good times. Alright. Skull is stunned. He still hasn't gotten activated against me. Fury, again, just blocks 2 damage, because that's what he's here for. That guy still manages to do 2 damage to me. Actually, I'm going to swap that around and deal 1 damage to MODOK, because I'm going to discard him. I get a single encounter card. It's the other right hook. Well, at least he's not going to have retaliate too. Actually, I might be able to clear that. I have this power of justice that's not obviously doing anything for me this turn. So, you never know. Okay, let's see. What are we doing? I think we're going to go 1, 2, 3 to play Agent 13. And when she enters play, she removes 2 threat from a scheme. So, boom, that is defeated. I'm the player that defeated it. I choose to discard that minion. I defeated a side scheme, draw a card. Fearless Determination gives me 1 extra thwart. Fearless Determination gives me another extra thwart. That means I'm thwarting for 5. You may notice. And I'm a little sad. So what I can't do is play Daredevil. what I can do is clear this, heal 2, and stand up. That seems pretty strong. Let's go ahead and do that. I thwart for 5. So that seems like a thing to do. Means none of my allies are being used this turn. Man. Alright. 1, 2, 3. Clear this. 1. First aid. Heals 2. Discard a card to stand up. And sock Red Skull in the jaw for 2. I might as well use... Well, I don't know. Don't know if I really want to flip him when he has this. He's already attacking me with 2 boosts. Although I am almost certainly going to get a shield block, right? I have learned. Look, I learned how to use the search. Yeah, I'm almost certainly going to get a shield block. So this is shield blocking, which is great. Yeah, let's go ahead. We'll just flip him. Nope, not that. Boom! Red Skull has been defeated. Well, it's first stage. Alright. Now I gotta do 20 damage to him. No, that's not what I wanted. Alright. 20 damage. So, when revealed, deal each player an encounter card. There we go. Looks like MODOK is just gonna be out there the whole game. Oh no! Oh no, I didn't draw my shield block. That's annoying. 1 threat. 1 side scheme. Censor the past. Ooh, that means I can pick some cards that I really want and shuffle them into my deck. That's when defeated. That happens right before I draw a card with Skilled Investigator, which is good because otherwise I'm just going to draw a shield block. Alrighty. Red Skull attacks me. He gets an extra boost for every side scheme, which is just 1. Not a problem. So he's attacking me for 3 plus 2 boosts, and Coulson is valiantly going to give his life so that I don't have to. He gets a tough status and another boost card. I have to exhaust a character I control. That's Agent 13. Okay, and he got 2 boosts. So he dealt 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 damage to poor Agent Coulson. The power of chump blocking in the palm of your hand or something. Give Red Skull a tough status card. He already has one, so I don't have to worry about that. And he attacks me again for 3 plus a boost. I can take this. He can't kill me. I don't need to be ready. I could defend it. I'll defend it. He does 0 damage. I retaliate for 1. Yeah, I think that was the right choice. Okay. Everybody's exhausted though. That was a tiring fight. Alright. So I can discard 1 card to stand up. So it's just a matter of what card do I want to discard. I do not need For Justice, so I'll discard that. And then I will thwart for 3, because Heroic Intuition is an awesome card. When defeated, I choose up to 3 cards in my discard pile and shuffle them into my deck. So what cards would I most like to have right this moment? I would love to have a single Heroic Strike. A Strength, maybe? Do I want Strength? I don't want resources. No thank you, no Strengths. Certainly don't need Fearless Determination, I've already stood up. Ooh, Mockingbird would be nice. She's always good. And interestingly, I could grab Nick Fury. He could be kind of cool. I could actually maybe even try to deal with MODOK or just smack him around. 4 damage. I mean, Nick Fury's basically 6 damage and a stun, right? He's like a Heroic Strike. Just a 4-cost one. Sure, Nick Fury. And then Skilled Investigator, draw 1 card. That's Mockingbird. So 1, 2, 3, Mockingbird. Skull is done. I could shield toss. Could be fun. I don't know. Get MODOK to the point where I actually could kill him and knock around Skull a little bit. And then I could replay my shield. Yeah, sure, why not? I feel pretty good about all this stuff. So 8 damage, or 4 damage to him, that puts him at 8. So undefeated, we remove all from that. Still take retaliate damage from him. And the shield comes back to my hand. And then I'll go ahead and pay my helm to put the shield back into play. And Mockingbird will deal 1 damage. 15. We're pretty close. Alright. Finish our deck, so that gets us that hazard symbol. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Have I seen the hazard yet? Did I give myself an extra card when I saw that? Man, I don't remember. I might not have. I hope I did. Well, if you're watching at home and I didn't do that, I'm terribly sorry. Please forgive me. Alright. 1 threat and this side scheme. The best Red Skull side scheme, the prison camps. The worst art, but the best scheme, because it lets you play an ally to play for free. It's amazing. Anyways, Red Skull's done. MODOK attacks me. Oops. He gives me 2 health. Ha. Take a damage, MODOK. Alright, we got Under Fire, which surges and reveals another card. We have to put 2 threat on each scheme in play. We got Electro. We got Exhaustion. It's just beat up on poor old Captain America Day. Alright. So here's the thing, though. I think we maybe won. None of those cards stop us from just killing him. Now, I only do 2 damage by standing up, which might make that not my best move. Let's see what Fearless Determination gives me. Okay, so I thwart for 4 now. Not quite 5. Alright. So the question is, so if I paid 4 for Nick Fury and drew 3 cards, I could pay 3, those 3 cards, say, for Heroic Strike. No. Oh, okay. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. If Nick Fury did 4 damage, that would put him at 11. If this did 6 damage, that would put him at 5. That's not enough. He's not dead. And I don't have the resources to do anything better than that. Because I was playing 4, in my mind, I was going to pay 4 for Nick Fury, draw 3 cards, and deal 4 damage. That's not how the game works. So I can't do all of that. I can't deal everything that I would like to do. So what's left for me to do then is definitely to thwart this side scheme. And I think definitely to play Fury. So we're going to pay 1, 2, 3, 4, I guess, for Nick Fury, who draws 3 cards. We'll discard this Helicarrier to stand up, because then we thwart for 4. And Mockingbird thwarts for 1. So this is defeated. When it's defeated, we get to put an ally into play, which will then discard another ally. Now my first inclination would be to put probably Daredevil into play, just because he's the best ally I got. I could have put Nick Fury into play with that if I had, say, not played him. And instead used him to, say, pay for a heroic strike. Wonder if that would have been better. I could have done 6 and 6. That would have been 12. 13. I could have gotten 13 damage on him. Oh, man. I think that might have won the game if I'd done it that way. But I didn't. Skilled Investigator still gets to draw a card because I defeated a side scheme. It's another first aid. Now what I can't do is pay 3 for Heroic Strike and 3 for Concussive Blow. Game don't work that way. So I'm just trying to see how much I can kill. I feel like I can't quite kill MODOK and Electro. I mean, I could. No, I can't. Just can't. Can't kill both of them. So we'll deal that incidental damage there. We're going to pay 1, 2, 3 for a Heroic Strike on Electro, defeating him. And then we're going to pay 1 for this Captain America's helmet, which will ensure that I don't die this turn, which is about the best I can hope for. Nick Fury then is going to punch Red Skull, and Agent 13 will go ahead and thwart for 2. And I draw 5 cards. And unfortunately I have no damage in my hand. So let's see what happens. Alright, we got Hydra Reinforcements. So bully for me. Alright. Red Skull attacks me with 2 boosts, which is what Nick Fury is here for. So Nick Fury takes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He got piercing and ranged, and +1 attack and +1 scheme, but that's alright, because with any luck he's not going to get to do those things. Although, I don't know, I didn't draw any attacks. Unfortunately. MODOK attacks me for 2. I take it and deal 1 damage back. I get 2 encounter cards. This is where things get a little hairy. 2 threat on each scheme. And a Hydra Exo Soldier. Okay, well. Fearless Determination draws a card. No. No, no. Oh, we're so overtuned for thwarting. I could deal 2, 4, 5, 6, 7 damage. Leaves him with 6. So, okay. We're going to For Justice. To clear this, we get to discard a non-elite minion, which is this one. And having defeated a side scheme, we get to draw a card. It's not a Heroic Strike, which was about the only thing that it could have been that would have saved me. Alright. I might just hold... Oh, goodness. Am I seriously going to stay hero mode and hold a shield block? That's not what I want to do. Couldn't even get a shield toss. Daredevil thwarts for 2. And he's going to just deal 1 damage to MODOK. That puts MODOK at shield toss range, which is nice. I can't confuse Red Skull. What I can do is put under surveillance here, which means that I'm 4 threat further from losing there. Sure can. I can pay 2 for 4 justice. Oh, never mind. There's 1 threat on the main scheme. I forgot. Alright. I can energy, or mental, fist, energy. Clear off this. Go alter ego. Recover. Steve's apartment. Heal 1, draw a card. Oh, sure. Now I get a heroic strike. I'm tempted to keep it. I think I'm going to keep it. I'm just going to discard this at the end of my turn. I don't need it. It's fine. I should have dealt 2 damage to him. Alright, he's censoring the past. He schemes for 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. MODOK schemes for 2. Fortunately, it now takes 12 to lose that side scheme, so we are in okay shape. Master plan. Look at that. Red Skull. Man, he's been adding threat to those side schemes every turn. But, oh, I guess I should have drawn, like, a hand. Okay, cool. Well, that's like 10 damage there, 3 damage there. We got him. We're going to go hero mode. We're going to shield toss. Discarding those 2 cards. Deals 4 damage to MODOK. 4 damage to Red Skull. 3 resources for a heroic strike. For 6 damage to Red Skull. Daredevil thwarts for 2 and deals 1 damage to Red Skull. I replay my shield. And I can punch Red Skull for 2. I guess Daredevil could have thwarted this one instead. I won! I can do this all day, though. Look how much I can do. That's right. I could even clear Sense of the Past. I decided not to shuffle anything. Oh, it's a double resource. There we go, Red Skull. I've undone all of your pain, except for the main scheme. But that's fine. Cool. That's it. Red Skull's defeated. I even defeated MODOK at the end. See? Came out turn 1. Had to deal with him all game long. So, good fun. Hopefully I didn't screw up and mess that hazard icon, although I really think that I might have. But, you know, that's how games go. You just get caught up in the moment, think about other things, and miss a trigger. Which, you know, might have changed the game. But I still have my helmet. Even when I was down at 1 hit point, I still had a helmet. So I could take any amount of damage and not die. Lots of retaliating. MODOK took his, using my retaliate against MODOK, which was effective. Not so much against Red Skull, but that's how it goes. I may have missed a retaliate trigger against him. Don't remember if I shield blocked him once without a retaliating. But anyways, yep, that's it. Red Skull's defeated. MODOK's defeated. Electro's defeated. I handled both the unique minions. That's good times. Just for modular sets to interact. Always more fun. So there we go. That's it. Rise of Red Skull is done. And we are ready to move on to the post-Rise of Red Skull world. With Kang, who we'll fight him with Quicksilver. Because that seems like a fun matchup to me for some reason. I can't really explain why, but I mean, somehow Kang to my mind goes with, the Quicksilver era. So we'll do that, and we'll see how that goes. Lots more readying, because readying is just fun mechanic. All right. Anyways, hope you enjoyed this. If you did, leave a comment, like and subscribe, and all those good things. And I will see you next time.